Before you know it, high school seniors who applied for college are going to be getting those acceptance letters. And one lawmaker is looking to make things easier for Floridians to get into the state's top universities.
But it may come at a cost to those universities themselves. Our Kelly Collins telling us more about what this proposal is all about and how it may affect state schools. Hey, Kel.
Good morning to you. Yeah, this state lawmaker is a parent herself, and she says she has seen it firsthand just how difficult it is for students to get into our state universities here in Florida. That's because there is a huge demand coming in from all across the country. So tuition rates, while they've stayed fairly flat and haven't climbed at the rates that we've seen across the rest of the country, that's making Florida schools look a lot more attractive to out-of-state applicants. And, well, they end up getting charged a lot more, so they're an intriguing enrollment addition to the campuses here in Florida. So that's part of the problem that's going on, is that this lawmaker says that there are far too many out-of-state students that are taking up spots that could go to in-state students. She wants to change that by instituting a new cap on the number of out-of-state students that can enroll in our Florida public universities. So this bill would cut the number, the current rate that's already in place, in half. Schools would be limited to no more than 5% of out-of-state students for their incoming freshman classes if this passed. The bill specifically targets undergraduate enrollment at Florida State University, the University of Central Florida, the University of Florida, and the University of South Florida. All of those schools would be affected because they all have enrollment rates that are slightly above that 5% threshold that she's talking about. It'd be an especially big change for both Florida State and the University of Florida, where out-of-state students make up about 15 to 20% of their incoming freshman classes. USF says it has about 12% of students coming from out-of-state for its freshman class, and UCF it's about 6%. So they'd all need to cut back. Now, Florida's current out-of-state enrollment cap is 10%, and that figure is calculated across all of the public universities, all 12 of them, and then that allows the more selective schools to accept a higher number of out-of-state students if the other schools have lower enrollment from out-of-states. Now, the impetus behind this bill is that, again, it's harder and harder for Florida's kids to actually go to its universities, and the bill's sponsor, Lakeland Representative Kincart Johnson, says this is personal for her.
I have a senior and I have a 10th grader. I'm going through it. And there may be others of you that are as well. But this has been a long-standing problem. Our children do it all, and we as Florida taxpayers are having to send our students out of state, or that's an option, right? We don't have to, but that's an option. And we need to open up as many seats for our students as possible. Again, Florida students first.
But a big question about this is at what cost? And those who oppose this bill say that it's going to hurt our state universities in their ability to compete for top educators and top students that help raise the bar for everyone. They argue that those out-of-state tuition dollars are an important funding source that allows the in-state students to pay significantly less. It also allows our top universities to recruit top professors and fund other programs that, of course, attract more out-of-state applicants, more applicants in general. It just raises the profile of our state tuition, or our state universities. So out-of-state students at the University of Florida, for example, they pay nearly 5 times the amount of in-state students, and those could add up. Those losses could add up to hundreds of millions of dollars if this bill indeed passes. Now, if it does pass and schools decide not to drop those out-of-state tuition or out-of-state acceptance rates, well, then they could face a penalty in losing more state funding as well. So there's the trade-off here, and we're going to see how this all plays out.
Okay, Kel. Thanks.